talking. Just listen and get the fuck out of here. Cause I don't know what the fuck, you know? I can't believe you opened the door that fast. I didn't see no smoke well, but I was trying to have my cigarette bottle on.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Ken, you're on the record. It'll be just a moment.
Hello?
Thank you. Hello.
It'll be just a moment. Thank you.
Hi, Thank you.
Okay, we are on the record. This is Commerce City Municipal Court. My name is Brian Bowen. I'm the municipal judge here. Norma Bordero Avina. Your name, please. Thank you. ¿Tú necesito interpreter? You sure? Okay. Ma'am, I have a proposed disposition from the city attorney that says upon a plea of guilty to defective vehicle, a 2-point violation, your careless driving ticket would be dismissed. Is that your understanding? You're not represented by counsel. Have you had enough time to think about this prior to entering your plea today? Have you had enough time to think about this? Has anybody promised you anything other than what we have just spoken about in order to have you enter this plea? What have they promised you? Okay. ¿Tú hablas inglés? Un poquito. Sí, yo hablo un poquito español. Yo necesito interpreter. So we're going to give you a new court date. Okay, just a moment. Un momento, por favor. What's the date? 6 weeks out? Or interpreter date? June 8th at 8:30. Okay, on June 8th. Please go to the clerk's window and they'll have paperwork for you there. Okay, here. Thank you. Okay.
She might have, well,
Just the 16th.
depending on if he becomes crabby. Can you shut that door?
Sorry. Yes.
This gentleman up here, he appeared back on January 13th. He claimed that he was issued twice here in municipal court and county court, so he brought all that proof. That's what Judge Juarez asked him to bring. So
Dismissed.
he's here in person.
Okay, thanks. Okay. Yeah.
So council is Sharon Ryan Adams Chavez. I just did that in my queue this morning. So maybe it's in your queue. I don't
Okay.
know.
Very good.
Fingernail.
Okay. Now, Stephen Arguello. You come to the podium, please. Sir, you're Mr. Arguello, is that correct? Okay, I have an indication that you did supply us with the paperwork. Case was dismissed, refiled in county. This matter's dismissed. Thank you. So if you go to the clerk's window, it'll be a couple minutes. It'll be waiting for you there. Thank you. Okay, Ryan Adams, Chavez.
Good
This matter-
afternoon. Good
Good
afternoon, Your Honor.
Good
Kristen
afternoon.
Leitner for Ryan Chavez.
Thank you. And my understanding is from the city attorney, excuse me, is the matter was dismissed earlier today.
Yes, I believe so. I know he's completed everything and we've turned it in.
Very good. Matter will be dismissed. Thank you very much.
Great, thank you.
You'll get an email confirming that.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Okay. Yes, there it is. I saw it too. Are there two? And Anthony Candelaria. Good afternoon. Just give me a moment. Pull up your case. Okay. So I have an indication from the city attorney. Oops, that's not yours either. upon a plea of guilty to defective vehicle, a 2-point violation, the failure to yield would be dismissed. Is that your understanding? You're not represented by counsel. Have you had enough time to think about this prior to entering your plea today? And has anybody promised you anything other than what we've spoken about here on the record in order to have you enter this plea? Did you watch the video before court? Any questions about your rights? Okay. Then as to defective vehicle, a 2-point violation, sir, how do you plead guilty or not guilty? We'll accept that plea, find it to be knowing and voluntary. And sir, anything you want to tell me about this? Is there an accident? Anybody injured? Okay. Your fine is $40. There's a 30% surcharge, $20 court costs, $9 fuel surcharge for a total of $81. Please go to the court clerk's window on your way out and they'll help you with how to take care of that. Right, carefully. Afincio Reyes Castillo. Efigio, better. How do you say your name? Efigio? Oh, Efigenio. Sorry about that. Sir, let me pull up your case. Okay, sir, it appears that the city attorney says upon a plea of guilty to defective vehicle, a 2-point violation, the original careless charge would be dismissed. Sir, is that your understanding? Sir, did you watch the video before court? You're not represented by counsel. Have you had enough time to think about this prior to entering your plea today? Anybody promise you anything other than what we just talked about? Then as to 2 points, defective vehicle, how do you plead, guilty or not guilty? Sir, was there an accident here? Was anybody hurt? Well, that's the good news. You know, when we drive vehicles, anything can happen. But the good news is apparently you haven't had a ticket for about a year, just over a year. So we're going to treat this as a first offense fine, $40. There's 30% surcharge, $20 court cost, $9 fuel surcharge for a total of $81. And then please drive carefully. Thank you. Go to the court clerk's window on the right as you leave. Thank you. I was going to say on the first floor, but. Okay, Andrew Contreras Garay. Andrew Contreras.
Yes, sir.
Okay, are you with me? Okay,
Yeah.
Looks like you did the community service. Your class is signed up for next week, right?
Yeah, I have it signed up for Wednesday of next week.
Okay, we're going to set this over so that you can get that taken care of and bring us the paperwork. Let's look for a new court date.
Okay. And I heard that I had to mail it. Is it possible for me to just like go to the court and turn it in?
Yeah, yes.
Okay.
You can just come to the court clerks Monday through Thursday, 8:30 to 4? 8 to 5. And you can come to the court clerk window, and if you turn it in and that's all you need to do, then we're all done.
Okay. All right.
Okay, so we're going to give you a new court date just a moment.
Okay.
Yeah. Mid-June. Okay, June 15th at 1:15.
Okay.
And we'll see you back at that time. June 15th. And you'll have that all done, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so if they tell you at the class that they'll send us the information, they're very nice people. We never get that contact. So you bring it in and show us you've done it, or be here at 1:15 on June 15th. Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Julio Cardenas. Your name, please. Thank you. There we go. Sir, I have an indication from the city prosecutor upon a plea of guilty to 2 points, defective vehicle. The balance of your case would be dismissed. This would require that you attend on the live at 25 classes. You have prior tickets even this year. Is that your understanding? You're not represented by counsel. Have you had enough time to think about this prior to entering your plea? And has anyone promised you anything other than what we've just spoken about in order to have you do so? How old are you? 20? Okay, so this is probably going to put you close to the edge on your license, right? Okay. Then as to 2-point defective vehicle and an alive at 25 class, how do you plead guilty or not guilty? Okay, I'll accept that plea, find it to be knowing and voluntary. Man, your fine's getting pretty high here because of this. What's your plan so you don't continue to have problems? Well, you know, if there's a medical emergency, you deal with it. Okay. You're to complete an alive at 25 class. And you may be hearing from the Department of Revenue about your driving privilege. Right. No, I understand that. But when there are events happening that result in bad things, you're the one in control of the vehicle. You're the one who needs to stop so that you can take care of it. Okay. Okay. Live at 25 class. We're going to give you some information on how and when to take care of that. And then hopefully you can put this all behind you. Your fine is $80. There's a 30% surcharge, $20 in court costs, $9 fuel surcharge for a total of $133. And hopefully you can get this all taken care of. And they'll give you all that information up the clerk's window. Okay, please drive carefully. Thank you. Okay.
Curtis here, his court date's tomorrow, but his sister's graduating. And we don't have a report, so we need to continue this till after June 10th because he gets to go to Las Vegas. These are all Zarlingo cases.
Okay, yeah.
And he got the shingle shot yesterday, so Zarlingo is dying. So this is, I'm recommending 60 days in jail, suspend 30, serve 30 in home detention.
Okay.
Because of restitution of $1,000 and
Okay.
he was on felony probation,
Oh, yeah.
which was revoked.
Okay, Curtis Temple. This is EM 10691. If you please come forward. And give me just a moment. Your name? And sir, how old are you? How old? 14. Okay. So I understand you had court tomorrow, but somebody's graduating. She here? Oh, well, tell her congratulations from Judge Bowen, okay? You do that. Oh. Okay, and so we're gonna set this over to mid-July so that you have time to get to your travels and back and graduation and all that. So we need to get a report from the PD, and so that's not your problem, that's our problem, but we'll give you a new court date, mid-July. June 15 at 1:15. Will that work? Oh, I'm sorry, July. It's July.
Oh, July?
Well, just a minute. No, I'm off. That was my mistake. Middle of July.
Oh, July. 13th or 14th.
July 13th or 14th. 13, let's get it over with, 1:15. And then we'll get this taken care of, right? Okay, so what do you say to your mother? She'd rather be anywhere else on the planet than standing in a courtroom. What do you say? That's a start. Okay, we'll see everybody back on that day. Thanks. Yep.
Oh, Julia?
Hello?
Just a moment, we'll be with you. Tyrell Holmes, is Mr. Holmes here?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, thank you. Just a moment. Mr. Zarlingo, are you with us?
Yes, I am. Paul Zarlingo appearing on behalf of Mr. Holmes.
Thank you. Give me just a moment to pull up the case. Okay, on the Holmes matter, I have an indication from the city prosecutor that upon a plea of guilty to theft, there's no objection to a 60-day sentence with 30 days suspended and 30 days in home detention. It looks like there would be an agreement to $1,000 restitution, and is that your understanding?
That is our understanding of the plea agreement.
Okay, Mr. Holmes, you are represented by counsel. Have you had enough time to think about this prior to entering your plea today?
Guilty.
Well, I'm not there yet. Have you had enough time to talk to your attorney?
Yes, I have.
Has anyone promised you anything other than what we have spoken about here on the record in order to have you enter this plea today?
No.
Okay, you are appearing electronically by Zoom. Do you consent to proceed in this manner?
Yes.
Then as to municipal charge theft. How do you plead, guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
I will accept that plea, find it to be knowing and voluntary. Mr. Zarlingo, anything you care to add?
Thanks, Your Honor. Mr. Holmes is 26 years old. It sounds like he does have some criminal history. The bulk of it is traffic up until a couple years ago where he was put on probation for a felony identity theft case. It doesn't sound to me, and I apologize, I don't have the benefit of his criminal history. It doesn't sound like he has a lengthy history of shoplifting cases. Basically, of an employee theft of $1,000. He was virtually homeless at the time that this happened. Since that time, he has gotten a place to live. He has a job that's designed to help people with felony convictions get back on their feet. He's actually in school part-time at Emily Griffith Opportunity School or Community College studying culinary arts. So he really is making efforts to better him. And with all of that in mind, you know, he is on the hook for that $1,000 of restitution. With all that in mind, I'd ask that the court approve Mr. Golan's recommendation or even consider reducing the amount of in-home detention, but that he granted the privilege for an in-home detention sentence here.
For Holmes, anything you care to tell me?
Just pretty much like Paul said, you know, I have got a job. I am in school. You know, I did make a mistake. I was in a bad position at that time. I have got myself together, and I'm trying to do everything that I can to improve myself and, you know, get my schooling done. So anything that they can help me with, I would gladly appreciate it.
So the school, where are you living? Do you have a regular place to live? Can you do this in-home detention?
Yes, I have my own apartment in Commerce City.
Okay. Well, I am going to follow this recommendation. Upon a plea of guilty to the theft charge, I'm imposing 60 days jail. I'm suspending 30 days. The remaining 30 days to be served as in-home detention. There's $1,000 to be served or to be paid as restitution. I am imposing a fine because there's a lot of restitution here. I'm imposing a fine of $20, 30% surcharge, $20 court costs, $9 fuel surcharge for a total of $55. But you know, you need to get this all taken care of, get back on the right path. You can't keep doing
Yes,
this.
sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Council will send you and your client an email and we'll go from there. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you. Thomas Limes.
And Paul Zarlingo on behalf of Mr. Limes, I see that he's present by video. Mr. Limes, if you don't mind unmuting your microphone.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
We're here
Hi.
on Thomas Limes, the Thomas Limes matter.
Yes, sir. I'm here.
Okay, thank you. Council? It
Uh,
looked
Paul
like
Sorry.
there's a request for a continuance and the city attorney says last continuance.
I appreciate that. I think I can tell the court, I think Mr. Limes is in a much better position to complete the class. He knows once the class is completed, his case will be dismissed. So there is a good incentive for him to, I could give the court a lot more history, but I'm just asking for a continuance of the.
Well, as an officer of the court, I appreciate your representation and the city prosecutors in agreement one final time. Looking at the length of the case, I understand why he's saying that. I will reset it one final time. And this will be our new court date. Let's get a date. in 6 weeks. June 13th or 14th, sir? Do either of those work with, is that June? July 13th or July 14th?
Oh, okay.
Glad we clarified that.
The 14th.
Okay, July 14th. And we'll do that at 1:15.
I'm
1:15.
sorry, with the 13th, sorry about that. Would
Yeah.
the 13th at 1:15 work?
Yes, sir. That'll work.
Hey, Your Honor, I got a question.
Yes.
Basically, I'm waiting for the first, which is could be my payday.
Yeah.
I just got an apartment for the first time. I've been homeless for a year and a half, and all my money, I left all my money. So anyway, payday, I'll be able to pay this thing off and get it taken care of. Can I come in earlier, or can I?
You
call
can come in.
Southern?
You can come into the window, coordinate that through your attorney so he knows you've done it.
Sure.
And if it's all taken care of, then we don't have to have our hearing.
Okay, that's fine. I appreciate the extension one last time. I'll try to get it done quicker.
Great. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Okay.
Just give me a buzz, Mr. Limes.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Stay in touch with your attorney. Thank you.
Tony
Tony Dodds. Tony Dodds.
And Paul Zarlingo, on behalf of Ms. Dodds, Your Honor, I'm not ready to deal with
Okay.
it at the moment. Could I be put into a breakout room with Ms. Dodds?
Yes, you can. Our assistant will take care of that. Just a moment.
Super. Thank you.
Yes, sir. June Kuhn. June Kuhn. Can you unmute yourself? You unmute Miss Kuhn. I can't see.
Okay.
There we go. Now I can hear you.
Okay.
Ma'am, I have an indication from the city prosecutor that upon a plea of guilty to defective vehicle, a 2-point violation, then the balance of your case would be dismissed. Here, he indicates that looks like you were injured as a result of an accident. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay. You're not represented by counsel. Have you had enough time to think about this prior to entering your plea?
I have.
And has anyone promised you anything other than what we've just spoken about here on the record in order to have you enter this plea?
No.
Okay. You're appearing by WebEx or Zoom. Do you consent to proceed electronically in this way?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Then as to 2-point defective vehicle, how do you plead? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
Thank you. Ma'am, anything you want to tell me about this?
Yeah, it would take a few minutes to tell you about it. I was on my way to a church function, and when I got close to the area, I found out I was going to the wrong place. And so I went to make a left-hand turn to get back on Chambers, and I had looked several times, and then I decided that I felt free to go, and all of a sudden this pickup truck just slammed into me just as I was barely starting to move. So it spun my car around and totaled it. And I guess I hit his back bumper area, and he just kind of spun around and go in the other direction on the same street.
Okay.
And
well, you know, the first rule of the road is don't hit things.
right.
Are you still driving?
I haven't driven since.
I think there's some wisdom in that. It's a hard transition to make, but I think that's a good call on your part.
Well, sir,
I am imposing a fine of $40. There's a 30% surcharge of $12, $20 court costs, and a $9 fuel surcharge for a total of $81.
yes, sir.
Okay.
Can
Go ahead.
Well, considering I'm not driving right now because I'm still injured and in a lot of pain, and that would involve using my arms, which I'm not doing. I have a handicapped husband, and I drive him to his medical appointments, both at Kaiser Westminster and at Rock Creek Kaiser facility. Will I be able to drive him to his appointments with this
So
license?
the Department of Revenue will make the decision whether you can continue to drive, but I would encourage that you look into other ways of transport so that you don't find yourself in this position again.
Okay. Thank you.
Ma'am, we'll send you an email about taking care of this. Please, if you do drive, please drive carefully, but I agree with you about choosing not to drive. Thank you.
Thank you.
Jesus Rojas Pimentel.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, ma'am, you can hang up.
Thank
Okay,
you.
Mr. Pimentel, it's my understanding you'd be entering a plea of guilty to no proof of insurance. Let me pull up your case here. And there's your name. And upon a plea of guilty, you now, the indication from the city's attorney is that you now have insurance. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct. I had recently bought the car and I didn't have time to get insurance, but I was making my way to work and that's how I ended up getting pulled over with no insurance. But that same week I ended up getting insurance because I had barely bought a new vehicle.
Okay, good. Well, I'm glad you got it. That'll make a big difference and I'll explain that to you. You're not represented by counsel. Have you had enough time to think about this prior to entering your plea today?
Yeah.
And has anybody promised you anything other than what we have just spoken about here on the record in order to have you enter this plea?
The officer did tell me that if I had a insurance by the court date that was set, that it'd be able to get dismissed.
Okay, well, that's not what the law tells us. The law says I can reduce your fine by half, and I will do that because you now have insurance. So the fine would have been $500, but since you now have insurance, it's $250. There's a 30% surcharge, $20 court costs, $9 fuel surcharge for a total of $354. And we'll give you some time to get that all paid, but please drive carefully. And I'm glad you have insurance, so thank you for doing that.
All right, is there a way like I can make that payment electronically, or do I have to go down
Yeah, no, we're going to send you an email that tells you how to take care of it. Okay.
there? Yeah.
And if you need payments, we can do payments too.
All right, sounds good. And would that be the only thing that I have to be paying so this can go away, like be dismissed, or?
It won't be dismissed, but it will be, that will resolve the case. 4 points will be assessed against your driving privilege.
All right.
Okay. Thank you very much, sir.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, Dioncia Marquez.
Denicia Marquez, I'm here.
Thank you. Sorry about that. Ms. Marquez, let me get your case pulled up. And I'm sorry, how do you say that again?
Denicia.
Denicia, thank you. Ma'am, I do have before me a proposed disposition from the city attorney. This says upon a plea of guilty to defective vehicle, a 2-point violation, the balance of your case would be dismissed. Is that your understanding?
Yes.
You are not represented by counsel. Have you had enough time to think about this prior to entering your plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
And has anyone promised you anything other than what we've just spoken about here on the record in order to have you enter this plea?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. You are appearing electronically by Zoom. Do you consent to proceed in this manner?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Then as to defective vehicle, a 2-point violation, how do you plead? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
Thank you. I note, ma'am, that you have a prior violation in 2021. Was there an accident in this case?
No, there was not.
Okay. And it's happened pretty early in the morning. So anything you want to tell me about this?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Because of your ticket last year, I'm imposing a second offense fine of $60. There is 30% surcharge of $18, $20 court costs, $9 fuel surcharge for a total of $109. And then hopefully you can put this all behind you, move ahead with your life. Okay.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, we'll send you an email how to take care of that. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day.
And you as well. Okay.
That's this defendant. You put his order in his case.
Oh.
I deleted it from here.
Okay.
Just enter. And that
Thank
one
you.
in there was for June 15th.
Thank you. Sorry.
No, you're fine.
Again, that's why we have teamwork.
Yes.
It's June 15th.
Yes.
Hey, Mr. Zarlingo, are you ready on the Dodds matter?
Could I go back to the breakout room moment?
Sure.
Thank you.
Yes. Just a moment. Okay. Angel Vega Arriego.
Yes, sir.
Just a moment. Let me pull up your case.
Alrighty.
I have an indication that the district attorney is going to dismiss your case. You're all done. Is that right?
Yeah, that sounds good. So I could leave this meeting now, right?
You can. Well done. We're going to send you an email confirming this, okay?
Okay, so I'm done with this case now?
Yes, sir. Thank you for your
All right.
patience with us. I wish you well.
Thank you.
Is what? Oh, okay, just a moment. She said he was driving. Okay, Mr. Sarlengo, are you with us again?
I am.
Okay, this is on Tony Dodds, is that correct?
Yes, it is.
How do you wish to proceed?
Well, Your Honor, I know that this is a bit of an old case at this point. I can tell the court that I'm just not in a position to resolve the matter at this time. I'm asking to continue the case to July 13th, as I happen to have that other matter that afternoon, and we would be appearing in person on that afternoon. I don't believe that Mr. Golan has an objection to this request.
And this will be for a final pretrial. Is that correct?
Exactly.
Okay. Well, the key word there is final. This is a case that's rather long in the tooth. So we are going to reset it to July 13th at 1:15. And sir, hopefully we can make some headway on this case. Otherwise, we'll set the matter for trial.
Super. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, sir. Good to see you.
You too.
Mr. Priest, have you talked to someone?
No, I have not.
Okay, did you watch the video before court?
Yes.
Okay, we'll have you talk with the city attorney in just a moment. Thank you.
Yep.
Okay, we're back on the record. Brian Sanchez Ceja. Oh, okay. Doesn't? Brian Sanchez Ceja.
Pues me invitó. No te-
Brian Sanchez?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Sir, I have a indication from the city attorney that he has seen proof of your community service and class, which is everything we asked you to do. So this matter is dismissed. Is that your understanding?
Yes, sir.
Okay, we're going to send you an email that confirms that, and then you're all done with this, right?
Yes, sir.
We'll miss you.
Can can I turn in my community service sheet by myself, or do I have to go with my mom? I'm 17 years
You
old.
can do it by yourself. You've already shown it to Mr. Gollum, and so we're in good shape.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Thank you very much, sir. I wish you well. Come visit, but don't visit this way, okay?
I got you. Thank you, sir. Have a good day.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Okay.
Like I'm so judgmental of other drivers. And then this is what I get.
Okay, Dustin Priest. Dustin Priest.
Yes, sir.
Okay, let me pull up your case. Thank you. Sir, I have a proposed disposition from the city attorney upon a plea of guilty to defective vehicle headlamps, a 1-point violation, then the balance of your case would be dismissed. Sir, is that your understanding?
Yes, it is.
You're not represented by counsel. Have you had enough time to think about this prior to entering your plea today?
Yes, I have.
And has anyone promised you anything other than what we have spoken about here on the record in order to have you enter this plea?
No, sir.
Okay. You're appearing electronically by Zoom. Do you consent to proceed in this manner?
I do.
And sir, as to defective vehicle headlamps, a 1-point violation, how do you plead, guilty or not guilty?
Guilty, Your Honor.
We'll accept that plea, find it to be knowing and voluntary. Anything you want to tell me about what happened here? It was originally careless.
Yeah, I was at my work. I deliver milk for a living, and I was at my last stop of the day and just pulled over too quickly, so impatience got the better of me.
It happens. So has this been taken care of? Was there an accident or?
Oh, yeah, yes, it was.
Yeah.
And the information's been exchanged.
Okay, great. Okay, well, the good news is apparently no one was injured.
Correct.
And so I will impose a first offense, defective vehicle headlamps, 1-point violation, $30. There's $9 30% surcharge, a $20 court cost, and $9 fuel surcharge for a total of $68. Sir,
Okay.
we'll send you an email how to take care of that. Thank you very much.
Awesome. Thank you. Have a great day.
You too. Okay, we are on the record once again. Kendall Mosaic,
Mosesek.
Mosasek, sorry about that.
No, it's good.
Let's see. I have a proposed disposition whereby upon a plea of guilty to defective vehicle, a 2-point violation, and that you have done the Alive at 25 class, then the speeding charge would be dismissed. Is that your understanding?
Yes.
Okay, you are not represented by counsel. Have you had enough time to speak or to think about this prior to entering your plea?
Yes.
Do you have a parent here?
Yeah. Hi.
Hi, parent. Your name, please?
Crystal Chapin.
Thank you. Ma'am, are you in agreement with this proposed disposition?
Yeah.
Okay. Has anyone promised you, sir, anything other than what we've just spoken about in order to have you enter this plea today?
No.
And you're appearing by Zoom. Do you consent to proceed in this manner?
Yes.
And I'm sorry, I've just said Kendall, and I'm making, I don't know if gender, I don't know what we're saying now.
No, you're good.
Okay, I'm
you're
sorry
good.
about that, Kendall.
No, you're good. It's okay.
Trying to do better. Then I am going to impose a 2-point defective vehicle, a fine of $40. There's $12, which is a 30% surcharge, $20 in court cost, $9 in fuel charge, for a total of $94. And you did the class. So because you did the class, I'm going to reduce your fine to $20, which is going to reduce everything to a total of $55. Okay.
Okay.
Now,
We can just go to the courthouse and pay that, correct?
I'm sorry.
We can just go to the courthouse and pay that.
Yeah, we'll send you an email and you can just handle it electronically if you want. We'll give you some time if you need to take care of it. But Kendall, this is your fine, right? Not mom's.
Yeah.
And she'd rather be anywhere else on the planet than in front of a judge. Okay, so you need to slow it down. Please drive carefully. Good news is no accident, no injury. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
You can hang up. That'll conclude our proceedings. Thank you. I feel bad about that. I really try to be on top of it.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. Okay, Jose Castilla Vega.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, just a moment. Let me pull up your case. Sir, in your case, I have a proposed disposition whereby you would be entering a plea of guilty to defective vehicle headlamps. That is a 1-point violation. Upon a plea of guilty to that charge, the balance of your case would be dismissed. Looks like you had a tire issue. Is that your understanding?
Yes, sir. Yes, Your Honor.
You are not represented by counsel. Have you had enough time to think about this prior to entering your plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
And has anybody promised you anything other than what we've just spoken about here on the record in order to have you enter this plea?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. It says the tire blew. What happened?
I was getting out of work. I had to ask my boss to get out early that day because I had to go get some stuff and do some things with my mother and my grandma. And as I was going down the street, my rear tire blew out. And when I tried to control it, it swung me into the shoulder of the road. And once it caught grip on the dirt, it swung back into traffic. And that's when I hit the other vehicle.
Okay. Did you have insurance?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anybody hurt?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Looks like you had a prior just outside of a year. Sometimes things happen. Yours is an interest, the kind of case that why we have started calling things, we used to call them accidents, now we call them crashes. This one was an accident.
Yes, Your Honor.
Sometimes you can't avoid it. So you had insurance. It sounds like it's taken care of. I'm imposing a first offense defective vehicle headlamp fine of $30. There's $9 surcharge. Court costs of $20, $9 fuel surcharge for a total of $68. We'll send you an email how to take care of that. Please drive carefully.
Thank you, Your Honor. You have a good day.
You too. Thank you. Okay, Daniel Wilson. Daniel Wilson. Are you there?
Yes, sir.
Hey, you're not driving, are you?
No, I'm parked
Good.
because
Uh,
I was on my way to go to Candela's and there's horrible cell phone service there. So I'm actually parked in a parking lot.
That's good. Good choice. Sir, I have a proposed disposition whereby you would be entering a plea of guilty to defective vehicle headlamps. Upon a plea of guilty to that charge, a 1-point violation, then the speeding charge would be dismissed. Is that your understanding?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You are not represented by counsel. Have you had enough time to think about this prior to entering your plea today?
Yes, I have.
And has anyone promised you anything other than what we have spoken about here on the record in order to have you enter this plea?
No, sir.
Okay. You, just a moment. You are appearing electronically by WebEx or Zoom. Do you consent to proceed in this manner?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then, just a moment. As to defective vehicle headlamps, how do you plead? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
I will accept that plea, find it to be knowing and voluntary. And then, looks like you had another ticket in 21.
Possibly. I honestly,
Well,
after the corona, it's just been a big old blur the last 2 years.
yeah,
So can you tell me where that was?
and just a moment. Let me back up a little bit.
Oh my gosh. Oh, that's fine. 21, that was last year.
Yeah, just a moment.
Uh-huh.
Here we go. Well, let's see, there's quite a bit here, but the second page, third page.
I got I think my plates were expired. Like 2 weeks or something. Or no, I can't remember how long ago it was, but I think that's why I got pulled over.
Oh, let's make sure I'm looking at you. Yeah, I guess maybe I'm not seeing that. We want 1, 2, 3, 7, 8. Yeah, Adams County, failure to present evidence of insurance, July 27th. So
Yeah.
okay, I'm imposing a second offense, 1-point violation. Just a moment. Fine of $70. There'll be $21 30% surcharge, $20 court cost, $9 fuel surcharge for a total of $133. And then slow it down, okay? I get the going with the flow. We all do that, but it's not right.
Yeah, no, it's not right. And, since then, since I got pulled over, on my way to work that Saturday morning, I have been, more conscious of my speed and, I don't speed regardless. I usually just go with the flow, but, I've noticed that a lot of people are just always in a hurry. And, truth be told, Your Honor, I pretty much live in my car. I mean, I've got my 6-foot ladder in here. I have all my tools I'm an electrician and, and yeah, so I've definitely been, much a much better, conscious driver as of late.
Well, that's good. Accidents are up and you never know what might happen operating a vehicle.
Correct. I absolutely agree with you.
Okay, thanks. We'll send you an email how to take care of this and then drive carefully.
All right, sir. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Whoops.
You can hang up. Yes.